Well, hi and welcome back to the Happy Healthy Hippie. Today we are doing some more space clearing. So today this session is going to be about fire, burning, and scent. So are you ready for this? Because we have a ton of cool things to get through. Where should we start? Let's start with something simple, okay? So one way that you can start to clear space, I have this wonderful diffuser. I need to just quickly clean it, but it's got, you just add water and add some essential oils and you hit the button. It's not plugged in, but then it's going to steam, kind of distill the essential oils into the air. So this is a great way, one, to purify your air, depending on the essential oil that you use, but it's also a great way to clear space. And again, we're lifting energy, we're removing and moving stagnant energy, okay? I love working with essential oils because I'm also a certified aromatherapist. And so with that, we also have this. This actually came with some other items to burn in, like an incense, which is fabulous, works beautifully. But you can also just light your little tea light candle and throw a few essential oils in. I mean, you don't want to put too many in, especially depending on what you're working with. So maybe you want to put a maximum of 10 drops in there. So again, this one here, we've got lime, which always makes me giggle because it's just so bright and sunshiny and it just feels like a hug, kind of. Citrus obviously is going to purify the air a little bit. It's going to be fabulous and bright and lift your spirits to no end, which is one of the reasons I love it. And I find for myself personally, I think it's great for moving energy around in space, okay? So I have some of these extra. I can put them on my website if that's something that you would like to check out. So, and it comes with a whole bunch of different incense bricks and you can buy more online. I'd only have the one that it comes with, but I do suggest using essential oils with it. Just make sure you clean it really well and carefully after, okay? So the next thing we'll talk about, very simply, this is a candle we made. This is the lavender candle, actually. We have lavender tea lights that are going to be promo items fairly soon. Lighting a candle is one way, and especially when you're lighting with intention, to burn up any stagnant negative energy. Remember in the last video we talked about we don't really like to say negative energy, bad energy, but stagnant energy. This is one way to absorb it and have it released, okay? Something that we like to do quite a lot. I'm going to be a little bit wild here. So we all know the incense sticks, okay? There's nothing wrong with them. You do want to make sure that you get a fair quality one because a lot of them, and I'm sorry, but it's true, a lot of them are actually just kind of sawdust rolled on a stick with glue and some scent, and yeah, that's not very nice. So I do generally recommend the cones. I have cones elsewhere. Again, there's incense burners specifically made for cones, which there's a really cool fountain one that's going to be coming in a future box, so wait for that. But you can also just put a cone on here. You can either put it on a charcoal round and have it burn that way, or you can just light it and it just burns by itself. Those ones are generally safer. They're not usually full of sawdust and glue, but sticks you do have to be careful with. These ones, to be honest, I'm not even sure, but I got them as a gift. Anyway, this is the dragon's blood. I'm suspicious just because when you get dragon's blood, it's usually red, so not sure why it's this color. Anyway, we're gonna light this one. And so you gotta let it light. It's gonna have tiny flame. You don't really need to do much else. Dragon's blood is well known for blasting through any stagnant energy and releasing it and truly just burning it up. Okay. So we're gonna light that one today. We're gonna release anything that needs to be released in the house. Absolutely amazing. Please make sure that you're doing everything fire safety. We have incense burners again coming to you in a future box, and you know what? They're fabulous ways that you can use them during meditation, use them for space clearing. You can use them through your yoga practice, anything that you like. But they are a beautiful tool. So, smudge. Let's talk about it. Usually white sage and sweetgrass combined. This is, of course, Native American First Nations practice. Primarily, that's what, at least in Canada, that's how we associate it with. And you know what? It is very, very powerful. And it does also need to be respected. That said, I think it's a tool that anybody can use. And you know what? There's lots of different rituals that you can read up and you can do online. But I honestly, maybe I am wrong, but I feel like doing these things intuitively, do what works for you primarily, and go with it, right? There's different rituals that you can do, and you know, speaking with the directions and all sorts of stuff, but I don't really feel that you have to. I feel like with everything, make it your own and use your intentions on what you're doing this with this, you know, give thank you to the earth for providing this sage, for providing the sweetgrass, whatever may be in. There's different blends that people are making for smudge. Give thanks. That's the biggest part. And use it how it feels right to you. So for me, I find we're just gonna light it. Sometimes they're really tricky to light. First thing, before you even light it, please go get yourself a fire safe bowl, because nobody needs to like burn their house down, okay? So these came out to you in your March box. You can still pick up a March box if you haven't yet, okay? So beautiful. So again, just kind of like incense. It's not totally lit here, but it should do okay. So we've got it going. I want it to burn like this a little bit because it's just going to go out by itself. I suggest, when I personally do a smudge session, I like to wash myself in the smudge, okay? So we'll get up and do this. I find this is very cleansing. It's very weird to do this on camera, to be honest, but you can gently wash it over your body, through your arms, over your heart center. You can breathe in a little bit. We're not smoking it, okay? We're not. But if you inhale a bit, it's okay. So we're gonna have that. People use a shell often. I just have this little fire safe bowl. You can put it in there. It's safe. This is the one. I've got my window open right here. Always have a window open. So there's two reasons, okay? People often will say to release any stagnant energy, and I agree with that, but I also just think it's good from a health perspective too, okay? So when I am working with smudge, I'm gonna get this guy. Usually, for me at least, maybe I'm not very good at it, but it takes like a few lights for me to kind of get it going really well, where it's kind of that smoldering, right? Okay, so as I'm working with smudge, what I will generally do, we're just gonna stick to this corner like we have for the other videos. So we're gonna be with our bowl, okay? And I will just bring it out to every corner. If it starts to smoke, more and more, well, we'll stay in the area for longer. I make sure it touches all corners, that we reach up as far as we can, and that we think about our blessing for the space, okay? So we're providing our blessings with this burning, with the smoke, and with the movement of the energy. That's what we're doing with our smudge, okay? So what I suggest is spend your time in each room, and I want you to go around and do these things with your smudge, and I want you to sit with it, think about your intention, and make it your own, okay? And it's a wonderful, wonderful way. I also think if you are in the home with your family, or roommates, or whoever you live with, or if it's you and a pet, or if it's just you, take that time to do a little smudge bath, because you know what? It gets everybody into the right perspective for it, okay? It's incredible, and it is extremely powerful and extremely sacred medicine. So please keep that in mind while you're working with smudge, okay? I know it's become super, super trendy over the past few years, and that's fine, but just give thanks for it, set your intention with it, understand the blessings that it's giving you, and that it's going to help you move forward in your life. So I think we have one more video coming after this, and we're going to just quickly go through crystals. We'll talk to you soon. I hope this is helpful. Have a beautiful day. Any questions? Hit me up below, okay? Lots of love. Bye.